Welcome. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Week 14 Fantasy Football Ramble. I am your hostess with, of course, the mostest, Garrett M. La Laguna. The M this week stands for murder, which is what I'm going to do to Aaron's face this week.
And I am Tony S. Burgess. The S this week stands for Santa.
Santa? Okay.
Santa.
Well, I guess you'll go with the festive mood for the holidays,
I'm
and
happy.
I'm going to go with...
I'm just sitting back with my drink. This weekend I will be, and just watching you guys just battled out in the mosh pit, and I'm just going to be just kind of enjoying the chaos.
Yep. It is definitely going to be a chaotic week this week. It really only comes down to 2 games. Everybody else, for the most part, is safe, but...
Or out.
Or out of it, yeah. They are safe or out, with the exception of 3 of us, which we did talk about just the other day. But obviously today, we're going to go further into that.
Yes.
But we are here with your Week 14 preview.
Explosion.
And as you can see, this means war. So,
Nuclear.
Why does it mean war? Well, because I'm going to murder people's faces. Nah.
I mean, you already said you will. One person.
One person
Just
at
one
least.
guy.
So, no, it's this means war because really 3 people are in contention for the final playoff spot. 4th place, going for 4th. Number 4, which, it's going to be an interesting battle this weekend. 2 of us are playing each other.
Which is great.
And we're going to talk about projections with that one because that's interesting right now. And then, we'll go into the other game that matters. But first, we're going to hit some of the games that really don't matter at all. I'm going to skip the first one that I have up there because I just kind of went in order, and I don't want to hit that one next because that is one that does actually matter.
Okay, obviously that's like the biggest one.
Second biggest.
Second biggest.
Yeah, mine's always the biggest.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
wink. So in the first game that really doesn't matter this week, we got Jen and Rustling Some Feathers against Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah. Not much implications in that one.
No, not really. Leroy's just hoping to possibly get a second win of the year. But it's not like he's going to move out of last place. And at this point, Jen can't move up or I guess she can't. No, she can't move up or down. So Jen's in 7th place. That's where she is. That's where she will end up.
So.
As far as that goes this week, though, as far as like projections and who's playing, right now, Rustling Some Feathers, Jen, she is projected to win 104.86 to 89.42.
Yeah. So comfortable.
Yeah, a comfortable little lead there, about a 15-point lead. Why is that? Because, Marvin Jones is going up against the 29th ranked Minnesota, which that dumbfounds me. How is the Minnesota Vikings?
I don't know.
Pass defense ranked 29th. That's
top.
Worse than Tampa Bay right now.
That's actually insane because Tampa Bay has like no defense.
Yeah. So, but then she also not a lot of really great matchups that Jen does have, though. That's the best matchup with Marvin Jones there. The second best matchup she has is Russell Wilson against the number 15 Rams.
Yeah.
So that's kind of middle of the pack right there. And then the Rams D going up against number 20 Seattle. So they give up the 20th most points to defenses.
Normally Rams and that game Rams and the Seahawks is usually a pretty defensive game.
It's going to be a slobber knocker, man.
It's a divisional game. They always play hard.
Yeah. I think both of them are still kind of fighting for their playoff hopes right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the Rams are doing.
The Rams are outside looking in. They're 7-5.
And, but they're right there on the cusp.
They don't even have a wild card spot at the moment because it's the Vikings.
Yeah.
And who else is in the West? Seattle.
Oh, yeah, Seattle. And, with the 49ers kind of leading that division right there.
Actually, this is a big game for the Rams.
This is going to be a huge game for the Rams. If the Rams can pull out a win, that's going to shift a whole lot of things going on there on that side. So, definitely an interesting game there. So Jen doesn't have too terribly much going for her. I think Doug doesn't really have a lot of great things going for him either. Obviously, Brady is going up against number 21 against quarterbacks Kansas City. But Brady is pretty hurt right now.
He's not looking his normal self.
Yeah, he's got a knee, he's got a shoulder, he's got an elbow and a thumb right now.
Holy crap, I didn't know that.
No, his entire, I want to say it's his entire throwing arm is pretty jacked up right now. So we could potentially be seeing the end of Tom Brady here soon. This could be his last season.
We always say that.
Yeah, we always say that, but he'll win the Super Bowl and come back next year.
I mean, I would
calling
bet
it now.
Money on that as opposed to not.
Yeah. So on Doug's side, he's got Brady going on. He's got the Pittsburgh defense going up against Arizona, which, that's kind of wonky. I don't know if I would really take that because Arizona, their offense has been looking better and better as the year's gone on. Kyler Murray is like a top 5 quarterback right now in fantasy points, which I drafted him.
And then you cut him.
Yeah.
And I picked him up.
But I got Lamar Jackson, so. But then, Doug, though, just to make you completely aware, Greg Olsen is out this week. He will not be playing. So, always a strategy. Always a strategy.
It might be a strategy. Who knows? Yeah.
So in this game, there's already a score going on because it is Friday. We didn't do this for, Thursday, and obviously there was a game last night between the Cowboys and the Bears. And go Bears as a Giants fan.
No, screw the Bears.
Screw the Cowboys. But we already got a score in this game right now. It looks like it's 19.76. Or no, I am looking at the wrong game. 17.3 for Leroy Jenkins to Ruslin's 8.6 points.
Yes.
So, Allen Robinson had a huge game last night, had 2 touchdowns and 40-something yards, 48 yards receiving. So, it wasn't a huge game, but it at least got him 19 points.
Let's take that.
Yeah. Or something like that. I don't know. 17 points. I don't know.
17.3.
Yeah, leave me alone. So, in our second game of the week, we got AVI Fantasy, which I just want to real quick. Anthony, absolutely love you, man. Good job with everything going on with the work stuff, man. Where you're going next, man, I hope you absolutely kill it. I really do.
I heard something about that.
Yeah, I heard something about he's going to Asia.
Asia.
Yeah, somewhere to help open up an office there. So,
Insane.
Dude, good on you. We're going to miss the hell out of you. But we already found a replacement for you next year, so bye.
Did we?
But, yeah. No, somebody else has already volunteered to join next year.
Yeah, I probably would have one more too. So we'll see. Laura would probably be doing it.
That's exactly who, yeah.
Oh, that's who it was?
Yeah.
Oh,
She was just like, hey, let me in.
Of course.
So,
yeah, she'll be in there next year.
Yeah,
She's
definitely.
a big football fan.
Cool. So, but back on track. AVI Fantasy, Anthony is going up against you, sir, this week. It's looking like it could be a close game. Anthony is right now projected at 103.67 to your 111.41.
I know.
So
I don't know. All I do is win. All I just do is just keep winning.
Yeah, you got lucky against me.
6 in a row.
Yeah, you got lucky against me.
6. So now, and after last night, Anthony had Dak Prescott as quarterback, and he did average. He did exactly about right where his projection was.
Yeah, about 19 points he got.
19 points. He had 340 yards passing and 1 touchdown. That was where it got him. If he had 3 touchdowns, then it would have been a whole other story. But only 1 touchdown, so the projection did not change much at all.
Yeah, no, it did not change much, but we'll definitely see what happens this week because, man, Anthony has some phenomenal matchups going on right now. He's got Dalvin Cook going up against number 30 Detroit. He's got Nick Chubb going up against number 26 Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He's got Robbie Anderson going up against number 27 Miami, and Austin Eckler going up against number 24 Jacksonville. So just some absolutely stellar matchups there for him. He could, start blowing everything out of the water. That being said, you also have Melvin Gordon, who is playing number 24 Jacksonville.
He's been playing much better.
He has been killing it over the past couple weeks, so we'll see what happens there. We'll see if Eckler gets the majority. We'll see if Gordon gets the majority, or we'll see if it's pretty balanced.
They've both been very quality fantasy running backs this year, which is surprising.
Yeah, absolutely. I would not have expected Eckler to still be valuable this late in the season.
And he really has.
Yeah. So on top of that, I saw you got a pickup this week of Alshon Jeffrey going up against number 31, the Giants.
Having my flex at the moment, I believe.
Yeah, I was seriously looking at that too, but I mean, I don't know. I have a hard time taking out DeAndre Hopkins or Michael Thomas, even though the matchups are absolute shit.
Keep those guys.
But I mean, yeah, that was a thought that did cross my mind at some point.
Guys.
Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins and Michael Thomas. Those are my wide. I tried to trade you DeAndre Hopkins at the start of the year.
I'm trying to remember how the hell you got that. You drafted both?
I drafted both of them.
Jesus
DeAndre
Christ.
Hopkins, number 1. Michael Thomas, number 2.
But DeAndre hasn't done as much as he was supposed to do. Right?
Not quite, but he was projected to be the number 1 wide receiver this year.
He was.
But he's at number 7, I want to say right now in the
quality.
rankings. Still quality. The fact that I have number 1 and number 7 of the wide receivers. And then, I mean, throughout the year, if you look at it, like I had DJ Clark. He's currently ranked number 5. I had
Where'd he go?
I traded him to Doug.
Oh.
So, but I mean, I still have 2 quality wide receivers that if I do get into the playoffs, they have great matchups coming up the next 2 weeks.
That's scary.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, Michael Thomas only got me 6 points last week.
Well, you're probably not going to make the playoffs, so it's fine.
Shut up. So, and then we got Jones going up against Washington, number 21, Aaron Jones going up against number 21, Washington.
Yeah, hopefully we tear up the Redskins, but every time I think we're going to destroy a team, we don't. So I'm not going to.
You start getting like, we should absolutely win like the Jets did last week. And let's talk about the Jets defense. No, not going to talk about it. All right, so there's already a score in this game, 19.76 for AVI Fantasy and Anthony to your 0. You had nobody play last night, so whatever.
This is what it is.
Yeah. In our third matchup of the week, we have the Beer Dork.
Beer Dork? Who the hell is that?
Colorado beer fan.
He changed his name?
No, I'm labeling him as Beer Dork on here now. Because I have nothing but love. Going up against Aaron, and Vaughn's got a half chub. Aaron looks to be getting his booty destroyed this week by Dave. But we'll see what happens. I mean, we all know about projections. They don't mean anything. So, right now, as far as Beer Dork goes, he's got Devontae Parker going up against number 24, the Jets.
Yep.
Which he slayed it last week. He really did do well. And then Jack Doyle, or whoever the tight end for the Jack Doyle. Yeah, for the Colts, going up against number 28, Tampa Bay. Besides that, he doesn't have any really good matchups. I mean, and his wide receivers going up against number 1 against wide receivers in New England. So Tyreek Hill almost is going to be ineffective.
You think an upset could happen?
So
now, does that change anything? Now, if Dave loses,
and if
Anthony wins, do they flip?
I don't know their matchup against each other. I can try and research what they have done against each other in the past. I'm pretty sure Dave has won the matchups between them. Let's see. Yeah, there's that one. You should just go on and keep talking about stuff.
Yeah.
I'll do research on this.
We're doing research. It was kind of a curious scenario to see if Dave could move up move down, and Anthony can move up to number 1. Because if Dave loses and Anthony wins, then they're both at 3 losses apiece.
Yeah.
But we have to figure out with the tiebreaker. But yeah, I mean, like you said, there's not really any good matchups for Dave this week. So I mean, even though he's projected to win, good possibility that that could change very drastically.
So it looks like in week 3, Dave and Anthony played each other, and Dave does hold a 13-point hold the victory.
They only versus each other once.
Yes, they have only played each other once.
Okay, well then Dave would have it.
So yeah, no change is going to happen there. Anthony
Okay.
is in second place, whether or not he wins or loses. Dave is in first place, whether or not he wins or
I'm
loses.
in third,
So
whether I win or lose.
yeah, I guess congratulations to Dave at this point for, being the regular season champion. But that don't mean anything when I beat your ass next week in the playoffs.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It would be.
If we get
that's
there.
That's how it would be.
Yeah, no, if I
4
win,
versus
yeah.
1.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Whoever wins this week and gets that last playoff position, will have to play Dave next week. So yeah, but not too many great matchups for Dave this week. But I mean, he's in first place anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I guess.
Now if I think about it too, just totally off top, not really off topic, but so I verse Anthony this week.
Yeah.
No matter what, that means I have to verse him next week then too.
Yeah, you're playing him 2 weeks in
2
a
weeks
row.
in a row, no matter what.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I did. Funny story. I actually did that last year in my fantasy football league.
Yeah.
I played the same guy 2 weeks in a row, and the first week I got my ass destroyed. Second week I barely won.
That's all. I'll
So,
go for that.
oh man, I got so lucky. But yeah, and then I got accused of being a cheater. So to hell with the rest of that league.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, as far as Aaron goes, though, he's got Jimmy Garoppolo, who's going up against number 23 New Orleans. So that's going to be – oh, no, that's right. That's who Michael Thomas is playing this week. New Orleans is playing the 49ers.
Oh, dang,
So,
that's a good game too.
yeah, that's going to be a terrible matchup for me. That's one of my other terrible matchups. But Fournette is going up against number 25, the Chargers. Lindsey is going up against number 29, Houston. So really, Aaron has a lot of really good matchups this week, and he could potentially pull out the upset. Now, once again, not going to matter because
The
I
upset?
don't...
Did you say the upset? You could pull off the upset. You're tied.
No, I'm saying Aaron.
Aaron
And Beard
Oh,
Orc.
I was looking at the next
Yeah,
one.
we're not...
I thought
yeah.
we were done with
No.
that one yet.
No, we're not done with that one yet because we still have to go into the potentials, the score so far. So right now, Beard Orc has 24.2 points to Aaron's 0. Aaron had nobody play yesterday, so that's kind of where we are in that game. Now we're going to go to the second game that really matters, and we're going to start talking playoff implications here because this is a game that absolutely... means the world to 3 of us at least right now. So
This is close game.
Justin is taking on Jamie this week. Now, Jamie currently holds 4th place. If he wins, there's going to be some things that need to happen that obviously we'll get into here in a second. But if Jamie loses this week against Justin, and right now, as far as projections go, it's 103.35 for Justin to 106.97. A 3.5 point difference between them right now.
That decides your fate right there.
Yeah.
Those points.
Potentially decides our fate. So, if Justin wins, the winner of my game against Aaron
goes in.
will go into the playoffs. However, if Jamie does pull out the win, which, he's got Carson Wentz going up against the Giants Monday night, which is, once again, going to have implications on my game.
Yep.
DJ Moore going up against number 25 Atlanta. And then this is something that's kind of interesting right now. His top running back, Josh Jacobs for the Raiders, has apparently been dealing with a fracture in his shoulder since the October 20th game against the Packers.
Hey.
Yeah. So Josh Jacobs could potentially not play this week for him,
That'd
which
be
is
big.
just yes, yes. Let's get Julio Jones out of there too. Let somebody break his knee again, and let's not have him play again this week.
Jeez.
But yeah, no. So that's what's going on there. Justin, on the other hand, he's got Mahomes going up against number one New England right now. So that's going to be an interesting game.
That would be very interesting.
But let me ask you a question. Do you take that matchup, or do you play Baker Mayfield against number 26 Cincinnati?
That's a tough one, huh? That's a tough one.
That is. What do you do? I mean, Mahomes
Mayfield has been so sporadic this season.
Yeah, and it's like I questioned having Lamar Jackson play against New England. And then I lost that week because of that.
I would still probably put Mahomes in.
I'd say, yeah, for somebody like Mahomes, take your chances.
Mayfield
he'll get his points.
If it was like Mahomes or Lamar Jackson versus Cincinnati, I would choose obviously Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, obviously.
But this is Mayfield is
he's too wonky.
He throws a lot of INTs, throws a lot of turnovers. I'm just not feeling it, especially against Cincinnati, who did actually play better last week because they had Andy Dalton back in the lineup. They look better. They can actually win games with an actual starting quarterback. But when they go back to their other guy, then they're absolutely trash.
Yeah.
So put Mahomes in.
Yeah. Then he has Golden Tate going up against Philadelphia, number 28. He's got Jamison Crowder going up against number 27 Miami, which, Crowder got 18 points the last time he played Miami.
Yeah.
So, yeah, could definitely be an interesting game there. But, yeah, so 103 to 106 projected there in that game. And as I said again, Justin, if you don't win this week, you better hope that you don't come in to work next week. I will destroy you. Okay, and on to the game that really actually matters. My game.
Yes.
So, because I didn't do it last week, and obviously I suffered a loss because of it, I did change up my name this week, and because this is the game of games, the game that really matters this week.
Yes.
We have Dayman versus Charlie McDennis. The game of games. This is the game that really matters. And, I mean, man, projections. You want to go with an even matchup? It literally doesn't get any more even than
That's
this.
insane.
Matchup projections. Dayman, 113.21 points. Guess what I got for my projection?
I don't know.
113.21 points. We are tied on projection right now.
It's incredible. You cannot do that if you tried.
Dude, dumbfounding. How does this happen?
Of course, right? It sets it up.
It's the game that matters so much, too. The winner of this, if Jamie loses, the winner goes on.
Yeah, that's why. Although this game doesn't matter at all if Jamie wins.
Yeah, well, no.
I know there's some implications still, but it's tough.
If Jamie wins, and this is how it's going to break down, because me and Jamie have, we've played each other twice. He beat me once. I beat him once.
Right.
So we're a wash there. It doesn't come down to points scored against each other or points scored
it's
for.
It's just total points.
It's total points.
Right.
So with that being the situation right now, if Jamie wins and I win, I need to outscore Jamie by 33.12 points. If I hit 33.13 points over Jamie this week,
over what he gets.
If he gets 100 points even and I get 133 points, 134 points,
and you win,
and I win, I am in the playoffs.
It's insane.
Now, that being said, Aaron does hold a chance at making it into the playoffs too. If Jamie loses and Aaron wins, obviously, Aaron will take fourth place and he will be in the playoffs. If Jamie wins and Aaron wins, Aaron needs to outscore Jamie by 126 points.
That's not possible then.
No, it absolutely is possible. And hear me out on this. The lowest points scored in a game this year have been just under 50 points.
You think that'll happen? Possible.
Hear me out. I'm saying there's a chance. Under 50 points has been scored for the lowest scoring game this year. Highest scoring game has been in the 180 points.
Right.
If something like that were to happen again,
yeah, it's insane.
Aaron could be in. There's a chance. It's a minute chance. It's probably not going to happen. Right now, Aaron just needs to hope for the victory and hope that Jamie loses.
Yeah.
Which is exactly how it's breaking down right now. But, as far as, who's playing this week and, what's going on this week in this game, I got Bell going up against number 28 Miami.
There you go.
I picked up Darius Geis this week.
Okay.
Got him going up against number 27 Green Bay. Kind of hoping there, taking a chance. Devontae Freeman, a lot of people are saying he is the running back start of the week going up against number 31 Carolina.
It's crazy Carolina's that bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Philly D going up against number 30 New York Giants, which, I have to take that as opposed to the 49ers D going up against New Orleans.
True.
That just seems like a better call. However, Philly D did give up so many points to the Miami Dolphins last week. And not going to talk about defenses.
We should make
So then,
them more important next year. We should make them be the ones that are like the quarterbacks, the ones that you have to draft in the first round, the running backs, the receivers. Defenses are the number one important thing.
Screw it. Next year, all defense league.
All
defense league. I heard about somebody doing an all kicker league this year. Nah, screw it. All defense league next year. Let's do it. Bet you won't, cowards. As far as what Aaron has going on, though, he's got Kenny Galladay going up against Miami this week. That doesn't seem right.
That's the Lions and the Dolphins. And then that's also the Jets and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And also
what the shit?
28,
Am
Miami, 29.
Am I seriously just that, incompetent? Who is playing who? Jets are playing Miami.
Okay, so not Galladay versus
Galladay is playing Minnesota.
So you had to put
MIN instead of MIA.
Yeah. MIA.
Yeah. Then Mike Evans going up against number 18 Indianapolis. And then his next best matchup is Mixon going up against number 14 Cleveland. He doesn't have a lot of great matchups this week. But that being said, Michael Thomas is going up against number 2 San Francisco.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen.
I want to say DeAndre Hopkins is going up against, what is Denver ranked at?
I think they're pretty good.
Denver's
actually.
number 5 against opposing wide receivers.
Yeah, they're actually have a decent defense.
Yeah, I don't have great matchups as far as my wide receivers go this week, but it's Michael Thomas. You can't take Michael Thomas out.
You have to keep him.
Yeah, and DeAndre Hopkins. if he gets his touches,
you have to keep him in.
Yeah, it's easy for him to score. So, yeah, can't really take him out.
No,
but
just gotta let it ride.
Yeah.
Let it ride.
So we'll see what happens. There's obviously different things that can happen in. I know that if I were to hit the optimize button on the app and everything, I could gain another 0.46 of a point and be projected at over Dayman. But I don't like some of the matchups. I don't like them.
Heart.
Yeah.
Or your head.
I got to go with my head on this one.
You go with your head, not your heart.
Yeah. I got to go with my head on this one. I got to really try and think about it. And, because this is a game, this is a matchup that's going to...
It's going to decide.
And it's all going to come down... It's all going to come down to Monday Night Football, too. I absolutely love it. It's going to come down to the last game of the week. And, with Saquon going for Aaron and...
Maybe we need to set up a thing to go watch the game together on Monday.
Maybe.
If it was if it was still a projection like this, how do you not go and watch?
Yeah,
the game,
if me and Aaron are still looking like we're gonna be neck and neck come
at
Monday.
That point, you can see Jamie losing. Oh, at that point, it's oh shit, it's gonna get real, dude.
No, we might have to do something in the office. I might have to show up on my day off and just,
Oh yeah, I forgot your day off.
Watch it and be miserable while I watch my Giants lose. So. Yeah, no, we've gone way over time this week. We're at like 28 and a
We
half
said
minutes
we
right
said
now.
We're gonna go over a little
But
bit.
yeah, we said this was going to be a slightly longer one because we are talking about playoffs. Playoffs? We're talking playoffs.
Playoffs.
And next week, obviously, we'll be talking like strictly playoffs and just the 2 games that really matter. I don't think we're going to go too terribly much into except for like maybe a year in review type thing.
No.
We'll obviously do our recap on Tuesday, but as far as our preview show from here on out, it's probably just going to be, you know, the games in the playoffs and what really matters there. We'll briefly touch on other games, but yeah, we'll definitely go more in depth on playoff teams and what's going on there. So yeah, this is going to be absolutely great. If you guys are still listening to this, we are also talking about potentially getting together for the last game that really matters of the season come championship week in 2 weeks here. If it's a Monday night game, if it's a Sunday night game, doesn't really matter. We're talking about potentially getting together and watching it all together. So if you guys want to get down on that, you know, let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in, and maybe we could work it out here in the office.
Definitely, it would be a lot of fun.
So word of the week this week is going to be Yggdrasil, the world tree, because, you know, everybody's all about trees this time of the year. And
Christmas!
yeah, everybody took the Christmas traditions and everything from the Norse people. So I'm going to go ahead and just, you know what? I'm bringing a little bit of Norse to your life. Norsen up your ass. So Yggdrasil, the world tree.
And on that note, that is our show.
Yep.
We're done. We're going into the, well, I almost say playoffs, but it pretty much is playoffs for you.
It's playoffs for me right now. It is absolutely playoffs time. Right now, I need to go on a 3-game win streak. That's what really matters right now. That's the only thing that matters. So, that being said,
I'm Tony S. Burgess. Santa!
And I am Garrett M. La Laguna. The M, once again, stands for the malicious murdering of Aaron's face that I'm going to do this week. Yes, I'm adding to it. That's what's happening. All right, guys, on that note, have a good rest of your week. I hope everybody has a good, safe time at the party today. You know, make sure you guys get home safe. Love you all to death, and have a great rest of your day.
Adios.
Peace.